Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness Meets Entertainment in Color. I am one of your hosts here, Francis, with my amazing co-host, Tamika Francis. How does it go today, this Friday, Tamika?
Happy Friday, everybody. I'm so happy it's Friday.
Me too. I am happy that it's Friday as well. I'm happy to have just like a little bit of a break from I love Love Island. I love coming on every day and talking about it, but it's nice to like just catch up on a Saturday and not have all these things to have to do. So I'm happy that Saturday's coming. Anyways.
Right.
So, we're here to talk about Love Island UK season 8, episode 39 and 40. I am sorry that we weren't able to come live yesterday, but Tamika, you had a little chit chat on Clubhouse. How did that go, and what tea did you drop?
Oh, so thank you to everybody who came to the actual Clubhouse room that I held for the Challenge USA. And we talked about episodes 1 and 2. And basically, if you watch the challenge on Wednesday, USA, a whole lot happened. And so I just kind of covered how we got there, how we got to episode 2 of the challenge where it came to like Cinco, Cash.
Can you give me the Coles notes as to what happened if some people weren't able to catch the live? And I don't believe that there's a replay, so can you
Yeah.
spill any tea?
So basically, it was they broke up. Cinco went to LA. He met up with Trina, Leslie, and Kira. They recorded themselves in lingerie. Behind them, Cinco was like off camera, but you could hear his voice. They made sure to post that. While he was out in LA, he did go to one of Azza's events out there, met a lot of the BB cast and Survivor, started building alliances. At this point, he was upset with Cash because Cash had told everybody they broke up because he cheated. He says he didn't cheat, but when Cash asked him if he cheated, he also did not respond to her. So instead of him being like, listen, I didn't cheat. Here, I'll show you that I didn't cheat. But even still, I'm done with you because you keep accusing me of cheating. He just didn't respond to her and they broke up. And ever since, he's been salty.
So he cheated.
It's like she kept getting pictures and photos and all sorts of stuff from people, and she was just like even if you weren't cheating, some of this things is inappropriate and makes me uncomfortable. And he just was like, well, I didn't cheat. So
who did he apparently cheat with?
Just randos like in his town and that kind of stuff. That's apparently what she was being sent. And so when he met up with the BB cast, he met Tiffany from the Cookout, Tiffany Mitchell, the America's Favorite Player winner from the mastermind of season 23. And apparently they became friends. And so we don't know what exactly happened, but based on the challenge, some of her friends basically said him and her were making out. She also went on a podcast and kind of confirmed that they were making out on the actual show, The Challenge USA. And at that point, a lot of the Love Island people just felt like Cinco had started building alliances with the BB cast and was not really on their side, and basically were side-eyeing him. So
I would too.
They basically voted Tiffany out because apparently she was doing stuff off that we didn't see because it was edited out, where she was walking around in like skimpy pajamas, and Cinco carried her to bed after an injury. They were working out together. She was building alliances with all the boys, but not building any kind of relationship with the girls.
Okay.
that was where we got to from Love Island, from the Challenge USA. When we came off of the Challenge USA, he took his disloyalty and decided to help Trina try to fake that Cash was stalking and harassing them. And that is where Cash stopped being friends with him.
Okay. Why is he going to Trina? Trina is messy. Like, don't give Trina fuel to stir her like jealousy vibes. Like, that's so the wrong move. Cinco. Like, Cinco pissing me off. Cinco pissing
It's
me
just
off.
immature
Tiffany's pissing me
behavior.
off too, to be honest, because I don't think that she
Yeah.
should be dabbling with somebody so young and getting caught in this youth drama.
Listen, I'm apparently 4 months older than her. You
I'm
could
older
pull
than
a
her.
20, yeah. You could pull a 26-year-old. You could pull a 30. Well, Kylan just turned 30, so what? He was 29 last year. You could pull a 29-year-old. Cool beans. Okay, but do not flaunt in front of his ex-girlfriend
Mm.
that you've decided he's the person that you want. And then Cash went on her story yesterday and explained what exactly happened on, like, between her and Tiffany. When I saw them at the premiere party, um last week, they were fine. They were hanging out, they were taking pictures, they were cool. They went on a party bus for hours after that. They were fine. I don't think she had a problem with Tiffany because she said Tiffany called her. They apologized to each other, whatever each other felt like. She said two things happened. She went to LA, met up with Kyland, who we all know that Tiffany had a showmance with. Um, and she said Tiffany started throwing shade like, oh well, I guess I'll just call up Cinco then. That she said that was A. B, when Tiffany's come off the show, she's saying that Cash was mean to her and did all this stuff to her. And she's like, Cash is like, listen, I was like so excited to meet her, and I approached her in a way that like that, and she was doing all these things. And even after that, she called me first. We apologized to each other, and we've been fine. And I can attest, they were fine a week ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe some new things like the confessionals, right?
It's been the confessionals, and also Tiffany and Cashel has gone on a number of different podcasts and said that Cash was intimidated by her. Cash did all these things to Tiffany and
I'm Team
Cashel.
Cash right now. I'm
Yeah.
Team Cash right now.
So it's been messy.
She's not acting like a girlfriend. Like,
No.
if they're supposed to be like your auntie, like your older friend, female
Mhm.
friend, like, I know it's not my man, but like
Right.
there's a level of respect that you could have for me as a friend or as as
Exactly.
even an acquaintance.
Acquaintance. Exactly. Um,
So
And then Alyssa apparently told Cash, who I don't know, Alyssa sounds messy. I don't know her, but Alyssa from the BB23 cast, that Tiffany was plotting on her, but she also told that to Shan. That Shandon had said she wasn't comfortable. Shan from Survivor, she wasn't like really comfortable with Tiffany, and she didn't trust her. Apparently then somebody told Cash didn't say who, that another girl told her that Tiffany tried to get
them to
that
wear
girl
lingerie,
to walk around in lingerie.
right?
Tiffany outed who it was, but
Oh,
said it was the girl,
who said that?
Desi from Survivor, who said, let's walk around in Tiffany in lingerie to get inside Cash's head. Now we all know, if you're been following closely, there's only one cast member before this week that Cash was not following on IG.
And that was Desi.
That is Desi.
Ooh,
Lot going
okay.
on, guys. Lot going on.
Well, okay, I'm definitely gonna do a deep dive, and maybe I'll try to pull up all the tweets and all the back and forths and some clips from some of the shows, and
Yeah.
maybe put together a little like what is going on between all these shows. I think it's really interesting. Obviously, right now, from what I've heard so far, I'm Team Love Island. Well, Team Cash, Love Island.
Yes.
It seems to me that people are kind of coming for her. So thank you though for kind of updating me as to what is going on. But we do have some people joining us. So we have Jessica here. Hello. Hi, Lady Lyrics. Hi, messy, 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 messy. It is. Hi, CJ. So Jessica says didn't Trina say that we're going to see something on the challenge that has to do with her? Cinco teaming up with Trina isn't a good look. Trina is nutty. Agreed.
No,
Um,
that's not
sorry.
what Trina tried to. Trina went to a whole bunch of different cast members and was finding out what Cash did on the show.
Right.
None of it alluded to that Trina was even involved in any conversation. What she was trying to do was plant the seed that Cash was being a bully or messy on the show. But
Shut
from what
up.
we've seen,
Mm-mm.
none of that so far has been happening. And if anything, these women were plotting
Against Cash,
against
yeah.
Cash because it was easy because Cinco was going to be on the show.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, like, the fact that Shannon, I don't know if she's still there, but was visiting Cash and they did a live together. And on the live, in the comments, Tyson was chatting with both of them. And so I think that Tyson wouldn't be hanging out or chatting with and be buddy with people that he felt were in the wrong.
Messy,
So
messy, yeah.
I'm thinking that Cash is going to be vindicated or the messiness is going to kind of come to light, but it
Right.
seems like she is telling the truth so far.
Right. I will say this: Cash warned us that to buckle our seatbelts this season. It was going to be a bummer. I do think she's getting a slight villain edit, based on what I could see the last two episodes. Just light, not heavy-handed villain edit, but it's very edited. That being said, I one thing about Cash and I met her in person. She is very honest, and if she has receipts, she will show
I
them.
don't think that she's like a liar type.
She's not. She's not. She will admit that she's messy. She's like, hell yeah, I did that because I was feeling this way. It might be an excuse. She'll say, okay, I know that was wrong,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
that's how I feel. I felt at
She's
the
willing
time.
to say what she means. Absolutely. I agree, CJ. CJ says, I thought Tiffany was too mature to be involved with this mess. Yeah, Tiffany's not rolling the way I would like to be rolling. Yes, Tamika is coming with the tea. Hi, Sons. Happy Friday, Mary. I need to find out how I can watch the series The Challenge in the UK. I've searched everywhere on Sky, etc., but no luck.
Paramount Plus, if you had access to Paramount Plus last season for Love Island USA, try there. They're supposed to stream it.
Like, yeah,
Or
the
anything like
episodes
with
that have
the
aired.
CBS app kind of thing.
Yeah, CBS would be harder for you to be able to watch it because you would probably need an American cable account, probably to watch it with a VPN. I will maybe Sans. I can figure out. Maybe I can do a watch CBS though. They're pretty particular. I can maybe try do it. I don't know. Okay,
On
well,
Twitch, yeah, that would.
yeah,
I
on
don't know
Twitch.
how hard that is.
I feel like they'd come for it immediately.
Yeah.
So let me
Because
see if I
even
can
Love
find a way
Island
for you to
has
song.
dwindled. Like at this point, there's very little people streaming it.
Yeah, I haven't found one.
No.
Well, the challenge is nice and messy, but so is Love Island. So let's get to these two episodes that we haven't talked about yet. So we start off with Luca, with Gemma talking about Luca's dancing and how if she saw him dancing like that, it would give him the ick. Now, I don't remember how Luca danced, but I'm sure that he doesn't have the moves that would get me feeling kind of nice. Are you into Luca's dance moves? Did anybody have good dance moves?
Oh, I mean, Dammy when he was dancing with India was cute. Dammy dancing alone was not cute. She was like jumping around. Danica, of course, I love her dancing. She knows how to dance. Some of these other men and women, no.
So I've got a text. It's going to be a recoupling. Adam is going to get to pick first.
Which we called. Didn't we say that? It was going to be right into a recoupling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So then Tasha gets a text for all Islanders to go to the fire pit. And so I actually thought that they would do the dumping first.
Yeah, I think a lot of people actually thought that whoever didn't get picked would be dumped, but they kept forgetting that Deji was still in the bill.
So no surprise here. Adam chooses Paige. Andrew chooses Tasha. Billy chooses Danica. Dammy chooses India. Luca chooses Gemma. Josh chooses Summer. Davide chooses Ekin-su. And Deji chooses whoever's left, Coco. What a weird coupling that was.
That was I kind of felt bad for them, especially his speech was so terrible. His speech was so bad. Dammy's speech was excellent. I was so mad.
Why? Oh, because he liked the speech?
Yeah, like it was such a good speech. Damn
It was a
him.
good speech. He put some humor in there. He kind
Yeah.
of puts a little bit of flirting in there, wanting to get back into the salon or whatever. And he said something else. I didn't write it down, but he said something else that I liked. I can't remember, but I definitely
He
agree.
was
He
just
had the best
like,
speech.
oh, she is my Love Island experience. I
That's
hate
what
him.
it was. I do like when people say that, and I feel it. Like, I think that it's true. Like,
Yeah.
their love, if she wasn't on Love Island, like, he wouldn't have the same experience at all.
Yeah.
Even if he was with Summer, I just don't feel like they would have had the same Love Island experience. So
No, no,
I
not
agreed
yet.
with that. So Paige and Adam have a chat, and like Adam is fully laying it on Paige, and she is just eating it up. And like, I don't know if Adam is just gonna fake it to the end and maybe try to win it, because Adam is not a good guy. Like, he's good at getting the girl, but he's also good at having his head turned. Like, he caused so much like destruction when he came onto the scene. I was so angry at him for most of the season. I'm like, oh, this guy, he's 22. Like, why is he acting like this? Like, and now he's older. I don't know. I feel like he knows how to get a girl, and especially a girl like Paige.
Do you think if Ekin-su and Davide blow up, he will go after her at this point? And if he does go after her, or Gemma, I'm gonna even say, or Gemma and Luca, and if he does go after her, and they get together, whoever it is, either of those two sets of people, Paige would leave the villa.
I I think if he did that, I can see him doing that because he's savage. I mean, it depends on what happens with movie night. We know that movie night is going to be on episode 40, and if they show things about Jax and she is like embarrassed, maybe she's going to want to go, or like maybe they're going to show really nice things about Jax, and so she's going to want to go and meet him. Like, it depends on what happens on movie night, and then who is in a rocky place. I'm not sure, but I could see her leaving. I could.
Yeah.
Interesting. So India agrees with that. She thinks that it was the best speech that he has done so far this season. I like them. They're chatting. I like them together. I'm still annoyed with him that he had to step out. I'm worried for them in movie night because there was a little bit of a clip of her looking frosty. And
I have a theory on that clip though.
True. There was a clip that when Dammy said something and it wasn't for India, it was for Ekin-su. So
Right.
it could be for something else.
Yeah, I think Demi was a little caught in it, but I actually have a theory that they might show Davide saying that Summer was an upgrade.
That
And
I thought he might say.
Yeah. And then like she goes at him, and then Dammy tries to like cut in, or vice versa, and she says, oh well, I have something for you too after this. So I can see something like that.
Yeah, I think they're going to
Which I
show
wouldn't
that.
mind. Which
I want them to show that because I want Ekin-su to be off of him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Jessica says, to help his reputation, I can see Adam faking it to the end and break up with Paige outside the villa. I could see that happening as well. Like, I can see him being like, maybe I can win this thing with Paige. And so wanting to take it to the end.
Yeah.
Hi, Annie. So Paige doesn't need movie night. She's already moving on with Adam.
I don't agree. I actually hope they show a bunch of Jax. I'm going to tell you the truth.
I wanted her to know what actually went on.
Yeah. I don't want her to come off the show not knowing.
Or and also though, like, yeah, she's moved on with Adam, but she's still holding back a little. She's like, I still like Jax, like, you know, like I really like I'm getting to know Adam and it feels good, but like I still like Jax.
That would solidify it if she saw how mad Jax was moving.
So yeah, I want to see moving. I want her to see, like, it's gonna probably be like carnage of like, like all Jacks, and people are just like, oh, ah, oh, ah.
I
So
need her to hear Paige who. That's all I need her to hear. As long as she hears that, I'm fine.
yeah, she needs to know his true colors. Like, he's not there. He's probably hoping that like he doesn't have to, uh, respond to his actions. And so the fact that she at least will know the full truth, because it's not really fair that she's going to be participating in movie night and have nothing to affect how she feels about the person that she was in the villa with. So I do think she should participate and have something. And I don't know, like, would you still have anything for her to show? That she didn't really do anything.
She didn't do nothing.
Yeah, she didn't do anything on.
She closed
So
off everything.
we see Josh and Summer hanging out, and he kind of just went in for a kiss that I wasn't really expecting. It was a fine kiss, but she can't stop smiling now. Everybody just can't stop smiling once they kiss Josh.
Summer love. Not meant to be.
So Davide asked Ekin-su, "Did you like my speech?" And she did. She liked his speech a lot. They were kind of cuddling and cute. Whoa, Sans thinks that they might not show Jax because the producers are trying to protect him. I don't know if those producers are trying to protect him, because
they're trying to protect their liability. So if they kicked him out, yeah. But I don't know. People are going to cry mental health, but I'm sorry he did it. Especially if they kicked him out rather than him leaving on his own because he was ill. I can absolutely see them being like, well, we're just going to show this.
I think they kind of have to.
I think they have to. It's not fair to Paige for her to have to then go home,
watch it and be and not have like seen and made her own decisions in the villa. Like, what if she decides to leave the village because she wants to be with Jax and she doesn't know all the things that he does, go outside the villa, and like her family recorded the whole season and she watches it, and then she's like, man, like, I wish that I known before then, maybe I would have been more open to moving on with Adam.
Right.
So I think that they're going to, I don't think that they're trying to protect Jax, to be honest.
I don't think so either.
So yeah, Ekin-su and Davide are still kind of cute and like, do you like my speech? And she really did, and they're kind of cuddly and like laughing. The usual Ekin-su and Davide stuff. Tasha and Andrew's so excited. I want you back in my bed. I'm just like, I don't know if there'll ever be a time where I'm feeling that couple. But it wasn't then. So Luca thinks today is his most favorite, the best day in the villa. And he says that he thinks I'm in love with you. And she says, I love you too. I'm like, Gemma, what? What's happening? I mean, I think she just feels like she has to say it at this point.
I think we already see from the date, they ain't gonna be girlfriend and boyfriend. This is what we got. I believe him. I don't believe her. I believe he's convinced himself that he loves her so he can meet her dad. I do not believe him.
So we're at the nighttime and we see everybody in bed with their person, and Paige is in the morning, Paige is really happy and India's very happy, and Gemma tells everybody about the I love yous. And I guess that was Ekin-su was talking to the girls and saying, like, that so Davide said that he spoke from the heart. And I don't know who said it was him or Ekin-su, but they're the wife and husband of the villa. And it's kind of true.
They're making sure not to say mom and dad because that's cursed, apparently.
Oh, really?
I heard
who cursed it?
I don't know, but I heard like that's what they like. People are like, don't call them that because it's cursed.
Okay, well, the wife and husband of the villa. I think it was Davide that said that. I've got a text, and it's going to be a challenge, boys versus girl, lips in challenge, wish you were beer. So the first round, they have to basically do a slip and slide over a table and knock all the beer into a bucket. And then whichever team, the boys or the girls, had the most when they fill up their big beer glass would win that challenge. So the first time, I mean, I did write down everybody that slid. They slide in slow motion. Who cares?
No,
It was okay.
and they tied the first game anyway. The only time
Exactly.
the boys won was from them peeing.
Yes, and so they had to like put on beer goggles and aim the hose like a pea stream. Davide was really good. Ekin-su was not very good at all. Um, that was pretty much it for the challenge. I was like,
Hmm.
mm,
I mean, it wasn't bad. It just
it was
was
okay.
like, okay, did y'all just like, all right, we need, they want challenges. Like, what, like, we can't do Snug Maggie Pie, we can't do thing yet. So let's see.
You know what, Sans, you are right. Okay, so Sans says, I think Dammy might get the brunt of the blade when it comes to Casa more with no Jax there. Might see crumble of Paige and Dammy's friendship, just a thought. No, maybe that's what they're going to do. If like once Paige sees how Dammy is moving, and if they show any of what Jax is doing and him like celebrating with Jax and like, oh, if you do stuff under the covers, I'll do stuff under the covers, and see how he was like egging on Jax to do stuff, and but then he's coming back and being like, no, he really likes you and all that stuff, and talking all these like convincing Paige that he didn't do anything at a line. Maybe that is what they will use for movie night. Since Jax isn't here, it's going to, yeah, I could see it, the deterioration between Paige and Dammy. That's a good call,
Good.
Sans.
That's all I have to say. Good. I'm tired of it. Like, and my whole thing is she deserves it because she's been laughing and ha 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 up with him, and she was the one that made the comment tonight. Oh, what stays in Casa Amor stays in the Casa Amor, as long as it has nothing to do with you, right? Like, it was funny when you thought you heard and thought it was, bad stuff happened to India, but it'll not be funny when it comes to you. I don't give a damn. So good. I hope all of that happens actually.
Oh boy. They're not in love, bore off the pair of them. Yes, or vote maybe. Yeah, yeah. I don't care about Jackson. I don't Jax. Wait, I don't care about anybody except for India and whoever she decides to be with, and Danica, whoever she decides to be with, and Ekin-su, whoever she decides to be with. Those are the only three that I care about right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I don't think the producers will show Jack since they kicked him out. They didn't give him all the sympathy Evan for nothing unless they want to invest heavily in with Adam and Paige in couples. I don't know. We also were saying that we didn't think there were going to be a movie night because there was no point. They have that footage. I don't like. Why do they want Jackson Page to be on a merry? Like, if they wanted them to be on a merry road, it would be more likely for that to happen if she is mad at Jax. Like, she's gonna hold back if she thinks that Jax is waiting for her.
That's what I think. I think it'll solidify Adam and Paige, which is why I'm saying I can't see them not showing something. Like, it's at this
Even
point.
if it's stuff with Dammy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like showing the stuff with Dammy, egging each other on, getting excited and stuff like that. Like even when Jax when Dammy has the fight with Luca and Jax was siding with Dammy, he might put that, like, he might not. I think that he might put the kiss in. I think the kiss is important for her to see. I don't know. I mean, I understand you guys' point though as well. Obviously, that beer challenge was a waste of time. They could have kept that. Yep, they could have kept that. Yes, the beer was a waste of time. We didn't even see the boys' party. Oh yeah, was there supposed to be a party? Okay. I did laugh when India took her turn. I did laugh. Yeah. Yes, agreed. Paige annoyed me with that comment about Casa. Casa seemed to matter a lot when she was moping around the villa about Jax. Mm-hmm. Yes, it did. I was annoyed when I was like, who's saying that? What happens in Casa stays in Casa. I was like, So then Paige, I don't know. It is annoying me actually how Paige is moving because she thinks that everything is all super hunky dory. She got to have that really nice edit with Jax leaving and like hugging and kissing him and like the soppy music and like, he's like, I'll wait for you. So she got to have this whole big love story moment, and like he still wants her to kind of crack on in here just to explore things so they know when she comes out that they're meant to be. And so she kind of has like a perfect story right now. Like she's like has free will to open up to Adam. Adam is into him, best looking guy in the villa, like. So then she's going to ask Andrew right now, like, so when are they going to be official? Like, I feel like she's kind of on a little bit of a high horse, that like she's been picked by the hottest guy, and then she has like who she thinks is the hottest guy like waiting for her on the outside. I don't know. There's something
I'm not
about
a
like
fan. I'm telling you, I'm not a fan of hers. I'm just not. I don't like her.
yeesh. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. So she asks him when they're going to be official, and she's like, yeah, he's like, I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm really into her, but I don't know how she feels, Tasha. I was laughing with Danica and Billy when they were kind of having a little bit of a walk off, and like I thought that they were having fun together. I don't know if it's like put on, but they seem to be having a good time getting to know each other. So then the beginning of the annoying part of this episode began. But the producers, they did have to shut down that for us. So thank you, producers. But Tasha tells the girls that she's going to ask Andrew to be his girlfriend. So she's going to be doing the typical thing by having notes around the villa, like where we first kissed and, where we first made out or made up or whatever, with notes around the villa and getting like people to participate in like giving him the first note and all that stuff. So we know that that's going to be happening as they get ready for the night. And we see that Tasha tells Luca and Dami the plan. And so they're in on this plan, even though I'm like, Tasha, you know that they don't like you. Like, why are you telling them the plan? I know maybe she's trying to like get them to like her. Be like, look, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to, show you guys that I really do like him. Susan says Paige is too smug, man. Hugs and consoles Tasha with a pouty lip. I agree. Yes, Jessica says Tasha's the biggest flip-flopper. Has there been a week where she hasn't changed her mind? How is asking Andrew to be her boyfriend within days she was crying about Billy missing out on him? Yeah, we know that.
I mean, like it's maddening. It's maddening that like where she goes to it. I know you can say it all, but I just at this point, it's just fake. It's so fake to me.
Yep, it is. It is. It is. So everyone is running around hiding, like as he's going through the villa. They're upstairs and they hide from upstairs. And I think it was Gemma that was mad that Davide and Ekin-su didn't move from the upper terrace when he was going to go and find the other note. But like, I'd also be kind of annoyed having to run around and like hide for Tasha,
Yeah.
So
Why
I mean, I
does
don't
it feel like nobody else ever had to do that? Like the Islanders, like in other seasons, they've all just like kind of mulled around, or they've been involved. Like, why did it feel like she ostracized all the Islanders?
Usually they were like downstairs and like
Yeah.
looking outside the window or kind of thing.
I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
Maybe
It
the
felt
new
weird.
villa is not set up for they can like hide for the whole
Yeah,
thing. I don't know.
it was weird. People are being in the bathtub, which is weird.
The Islanders look irritated with the whole boyfriend proposal. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably like she doesn't like him because so she goes around. She does that. Then they meet at the fire pit. I think was the last stop where she reads him. It was a nice note what she read, like what she said to him. I thought it was nice. Too bad I didn't believe it, but like
I
it
mean,
was a
some of the
kind
words
note.
in there was like a little bit like, really, Tasha? Like, oh, like something like, oh, you bring out the best of me, but wasn't she just saying like, or
It
like
can't be
she
my
was a
true
different
self.
person? Yeah, like it's just don't know.
CJ says the proposal looked very producer influenced. Well, they wouldn't be able to do it without the producers being on their side about that. So I'm sure everybody has their own personal producer that they run things by them as to what they might want to do in the villa. And so it probably producer assisted.
Mm-hmm. And like it had to be Tasha because she's
She's
the
hated.
questionable one.
Yeah. And he says Danica is hilarious. Danica is hilarious. She can't help herself. She doesn't know how to flirt. Good thing Billy has made his move on her. Danica showing off her behind paid off. Yes, it did.
It did. The other thing that kind of, I listened to this one podcast, and normally, like, I agree with them about 80 to 90% of the time. But they keeps trying to say that Danica has like some sort of like I don't want to say like like learning disability or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, that's possible, but I literally, she explained what the issue is. She's been in a relationship for most of her formative teenage years. How would she know how to flirt?
I agree with you. Son says Ekin-su and Davide probably thought we're too old for this. We ain't moving. Yeah, kind of, because they're just sitting there and be like, I don't know. Like, I think that was fine them being there in the end,
Yeah.
you know. Tasha and Andrew are the pity of you. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Yes. Yes.
You get it.
Absolutely,
We
Jess.
don't like you. We're never gonna like you as a couple. Just stop trying to make fetch happen. Agreed, Jessica. Oh, funny. So, who was kissing? I wonder if it was Danica. Anyways, I don't care for them together, but okay, fine. Now they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Cool. So we see Danica and Billy talking about Tasha and Andrew. They don't even believe it because Billy's like, yeah, I don't know about this. Danica is like, I don't know about this. And then he just lands a kiss on her. He was doing some sort of role play or something, like he was picking her up at a bar, and then he just goes in on a kiss.
To be fair, like, I think the reason why I kind of like Billy and Danica is because he seems to be able to kind of match what she like needs, like that grown up role playing kind of coy catty cat not cat collie
Coy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, like flirting that she needs to bring out her, because to me I think we got a different side of Danica in that conversation. It wasn't so stilted. I really do like their banter, whether or not he's playing her, they're not going to make it or whatever.
They're not gonna
I
make it,
do
but
like it. I
it's
do
fine.
like it. Yeah.
I think it's good for her. I think he's
Yeah.
like putting in effort. I think
Yeah.
he enjoys hanging out with her. He says that the
Listen,
kisses are good.
some
Like, I think
kisses.
it's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
some kisses through the night. She good. I'm good with it.
It's fine.
Better
Just
than what
somebody.
Josh did.
Pardon?
I said better than what Josh did. He couldn't even play the game for a little bit. Like, come on.
Seriously. I did find it funny though that like all the Islanders like they're kissing.
Oh, who was it? Someone's like, not the neck hold. I thought it was cute. Or the face hold or whatever it was. It's cute.
Mm-hmm. So Ekin-su and Davide are happy for Tasha and Andrew, but there was also it's kind of like they were forced by the producers to say that they're happy for Tasha and Andrew because they seemed like Ekin-su was like, yeah, I'm happy for them. Yeah, I'm happy for them. And it's like, I don't know if I believe that, Ekin-su. You're a better actress than this.
I mean, even in this next episode, what she did was hilarious. I just, nobody believes Tasha at this point. To be fair to Tasha, I don't even believe Andrew. Like, I don't think you are a good couple, which is why we keep the. We'll talk about it. Keep going because you're going to talk about it. Because I'm just like, the way she acted from this point on pissed me off.
Tasha or Ekin-su?
Tasha.
Okay, I was like, Ekin-su. I think she was
No,
fine
not
this episode.
Ekin-su. Ekin-su's not the problem here.
So Annie likes Billy and Danica. I wish he stole Gemma from Luca.
Same.
I'm good with Danica and Billy. Well, there's still time.
Absolute facts. We can only hope.
TV Talks with Tom, how are you? Thank you for being on here. I'm so happy that you're stopping in on my recap here of Love Island UK. Yes, TV Talks with Tom. He has a Big Brother recap channel here on YouTube, and he is from the UK, so it's going to be late night for him as well. Nice. So Ekin-su is just top tier entertainment. Yes, Tom. Like, I really, really love Ekin-su. Tamika loves Ekin-su every other episode, but I'm a fan of Ekin-su.
I officially don't mind Ekin-su. Like I said, she's not necessarily the problem here.
Exactly, not necessarily the problem. So yeah, I just love. She gets herself in so much trouble and she's fine with it. She gets out of the trouble. So yeah, I love Ekin-su. So I've got a text. All the Islanders go to the fire pit. Basically, we just did some voting. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to vote myself, neither did you, just because we are not in the UK. We are in Canada,
And I was
or
driving, and you
Canada in the
gave us
US.
15 minutes. So
Yeah, 15 minutes. Like by the time like I download some sort of like texting app, like the
exactly.
15 minutes is done.
I
So
think we could have done it on the website, on the ITV website, because when I went to the website, it was saying vote now, but voting's closed. So I was just like, oh, maybe I could have done it on the website.
right, right. I'll try it next time there's a vote. I'll see if I can get it on the website.
Yeah.
So no surprise though, the women that were in the bottom, we called this yesterday or the other day.
Like to
Summer
a team that we figured it all out.
to a T. So Summer, Coco, and Tasha were in the bottom three. And then it was Deji, Josh, and Andrew in the bottom three for the guys. So it was definitely, we knew that was going to happen. We knew that the becoming boyfriend and girlfriend wasn't going to matter at all. And so I feel bad for Tasha because like she tries very hard to be liked, and all these things that she's doing, the boyfriend and girlfriend thing, is because she wants to be liked and liked by the public, especially. And that's what's not working. Like if you want people to like you, you don't try to make people like you. You just be yourself, and that's what they will enjoy. People love authenticity. That's why we like Ekin-su, because like she's authentically herself. You know, whether we like it or not, like she does what she wants to do, and she doesn't care what anybody else thinks. And
Yeah.
so the fact that Tasha cares so much about what we think, it makes her do things for us that we don't want. We just want her to be herself. We want
What?
her to not lie to us about being in a relationship with Andrew because we know that she doesn't like him.
No. What pissed me off was first episode. Her name gets called. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Andrew's name gets called. Okay, so both of you are the issue here. Got it. What pissed me off is at the top of the next episode when she starts crying. Why does the public hate me? Not why does the public hate me and
Us.
Andrew? Well, us together. That is my issue with her. It is absolutely clear that you're upset that we don't like you. And even the Islander said it. I think if he was to have gone home, she would not have left, and he would have left if she had gone home. That is the problem. She's not understanding. She's like, oh, I've been in every time. And I'm like, you haven't been in any time. If you thought about it, you've only been there when you were with him. When you were with Billy, we voted you into favorites.
Yeah,
like,
remember that?
Take notes.
I know. Well, we were saying like maybe she's going to recognize that she is liked when she's with Billy and not liked when she's with Andrew. And at that same episode, what she got from that was, I'm going to break up with Billy and go all in on Andrew. It's like
over her head.
No.
That's not what we asked for.
That's not the move. Not the move. So,
I also think too, if she had stayed with Billy, she might still have not landed in the bottom, and Andrew probably would have landed in the bottom with Coco just from sucking her dick.
Yeah. So the bottom guys were Deji, Josh, and Andrew. Jessica here is surprised that Josh ended up going home over Deji. I think it's because Deji is going to be part of the movie night carnage that's going to happen. Nothing happened between them, really, but like being there for this whole, it just makes things a little more awkward to have people's significant others from Casa Amor in the villa. That's why one of the reasons
really didn't do anything. He was cracking up with Summer, who they don't care about keeping her connection. The fact that they allowed the public vote to stand says a lot about that they felt like it would not affect storyline, or if it was like they wanted to keep Deji and Summer and Josh, they would have or Andrew or whatever it was, they would have allowed the Islanders to pick who went home. And to be fair, I think the Islanders would have sent Deji home.
They might have. Well, because it would have been the girls.
He doesn't have a connection. And
it would have been Deji and Coco that went home, and I think that they wanted to keep Deji in there for the fallout of movie night.
Yeah, and
now that we know movie night's in there,
right? And I think we see it. We saw it this episode. Danica, India, and Summer have built a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
A friendship
Yeah,
that,
absolutely.
and even they were like on her side when she's like, if anybody should be upset tonight, it should be me. And she wasn't wrong.
Mm-hmm. So that was a cliffhanger for episode 39 where we didn't know the boy or girl that was going to be dumped, but we knew that was going to be in the hands of the public. So agree with you where if they're going to leave it in the hands of the public, that means they do not care who was going to be dumped. Whenever they care about who was going to actually be dumped, if the vote was to go through, honestly, they put it in the hands of the Islanders. So
I do think it was shocking. I think that's probably our first shocking vote this season.
shocking. Where was the shock?
Yeah, that Josh went home instead of Deji. They have not shown Deji. I know
Deji who?
that for the last week.
Deji's like,
Deji was shocked. So don't sit there and like I'm making this up. Deji was like, "What?"
So episode 40 happens, and they are selling movie night for me. I was like, I'm about to pop some popcorn to watch movie night because it had like a blockbuster opening with like boom, boom, carnage.
But it was a horror movie they were promoting.
It was so good. I really loved it. I was like, man, these people are in for like mess. It's gonna be bad. Like the way that they built this up, like because everybody was like, "There's not gonna be movie night. There's not gonna be movie night." Now that Jax is gone, there's gonna be no movie night. They're like, they're like, we got these blocks.
We don't give a damn.
They're just like, sorry, we're giving it to you anyways. Deji, you can't hide. Whoa! So right at the beginning of the episode, though, we do see Coco and Josh being dumped. No surprise there. I think they're keeping Summer there. I don't think they want to send another two Black Islanders being dumped at the same time. I think that's an A. B, I think Summer being there for some of the dammy antics that they might show. If they show the handshake, if they show
the three-way kiss,
the cuddling in the pool.
Yeah, like, and that, India's going to have to question her. We still didn't see the actual conversation that she had with her.
With Summer.
Yeah, so they can act like there wasn't really a conversation had and maybe something was kept from her. So, yeah, like it absolutely made sense. I do feel bad for Summer because I do think maybe her and Josh could have had something. Maybe. I don't know how serious about it, Josh.
Whatever.
But
it's meant to be, it can be outside of the villa. It's
exactly what I said. But like I said the other day, they could crack on outside of the villa.
Exactly. I don't think she cares enough about him. Like it would be somebody to flirt with in the villa, but like I don't think that she just lost her soulmate.
Her soulmate.
I don't think so. So Tasha is crying about being in the bottom again, right after she just had such a romantic moment with her man Andrew, and she can't wait to start a future with him, and he's changed her, and her Love Island experience wouldn't have been anything without him, and all this lovey-dovey kiss, can't wait to be in the bed with you. And then crying about being in the bottom. So Jessica, I agree with you. Jessica understands it's hard being in the bottom every time, but at this point, Tasha should be used to it. It's like, doesn't she understand the audience sees her waffling a lot? Exactly. Like, we just talked about the fact that if she took note of when we liked her, it was when she was with Billy. So why is she thinking that we are going to like her even more when she's in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship with Andrew? No, we're going to dislike you even more because we don't think that you actually like Andrew and you do not actually want to be in a relationship with him. So you're just being fake and phony and waffling again, because 2 days ago you said you weren't sure how you felt about like giving up your relationship with Billy.
And I think she probably really did think we saw like her being boyfriend and girlfriend with Andrew separately before we voted or something like that. But my whole thing, that makes it worse because like you said you knew it was coming. You said like you knew that would happen. So then take it on the chin and keep it moving. And I understand she might be emotional. Have some tears.
I just
Okay,
might be like, oh my god, I'm just so embarrassed because like I don't want everybody in the UK to hate me. You know what I mean? Like, but like
right,
I think well, I don't think it would ever happen to me like that. It's like I would I don't think I would be waffling back and forth like she did, and I would take cues as to if I was in the bottom, what have I been doing that would be annoying? Oh, I've been going bouncing from guy to guy and not being honest about my true feelings. Oh,
right,
I'll stop doing that. Okay.
right.
So I would of course
I would
correct it a
be
long time.
upfront, and the thing is, even if that hurts Andrew, even if it means being a little mean in the head of the Islanders or to Andrew or like in front of the public, I would go for what I really wanted. I would do that because at the end of the day, I have to be my authentic self. I have to be, regardless. Like it might hurt me a little bit that nobody seems to like me or like the relationship I'm pursuing. But girl, they put you in that relationship and they don't like you in it.
Yeah,
They
so
don't
move
like you
on.
in it. So that says something. Get out of it.
Please, please, please. I did like though, and I laughed when Davide was like, she didn't even cry when Andra licked the boobs of Coco. It's like Davide.
And Lucas said she didn't cry when she was standing up there with when she was standing there, Andrew was standing up there with another person. I mean, it's not a good look. It's not a good
It's
look.
not consistent. It just reads as false. So Tasha's crying on the day bed with Paige, and Gemma is there, and Luca comes over and gives his 2 cents about the fact that like she doesn't need to cry or whatnot, and she just kind of gets offended by Luca. I thought that the way Luca was coming in was uncalled for. Like, why do you need to give your 2 cents here? Like, I get it, she's annoying. I agree with you, she's being inconsistent, but she is someone that's still upset about something in the
Mhm,
moment. Let her
mhm,
cry. Don't be around her. Like, I don't know why he needed to inject his 2 cents in there. And
mhm.
then so she kind of storms off and walks away. And I thought the Gemma was giving good advice as usual. I, but like, go ahead.
Uh, so two things. Like, I get it. Luca says he's straightforward. He's your friend or foe. I'm going to tell you to the face how I feel. Got it. It was unnecessary. It
Exactly.
really was. It was unnecessary.
Kicking someone
I
while they're
agreed
down.
with him, but everybody else did the same thing. Even Demi said, "Well, we agree. We agree with you, Ekin-su. Yeah, you're right. We agree with you." But at the end of the day, even if his tone wasn't so harsh, it was unnecessary.
Yeah,
Let the
totally.
girls console her however that, like, even Gemma was saying, she's like,
Nobody asked for your 2 cents,
nobody asked
Tamika.
for you to come over there. We were trying to like get her to calm down. And she's like, and even when you said what you said, okay, you could have left it. Like, you could have left it there, but then you kept going on that she had to like feel defensive. It was
Absolutely.
unnecessary.
So then Andrew and Dammy are comforting Tasha, of course, inside the bedroom. And how did you feel about Andrew wiping her snot?
I
He's like,
need
you're
them
like,
to be
that's what a
I need
girlfriend,
them
that's what a
to
boyfriend does. And I'm
I need
like,
them to go, guys. I can't do it anymore. Like,
they're
somebody on Twitter
they are
said,
there till the end,
I know.
Tamika.
So somebody was on Twitter is like, yes, you saw that, Tasha, and we're gonna do it again.
Oh
Oh
man.
my
Okay.
god.
This is a good point, CJ. CJ really hopes that they expose the connection between Andrew and Jasmine on movie night. Like, Andrew has been smiling and being like, "Oh, everything's gonna be great." This is gonna be carnage for Andrew. Like, I think
Yeah,
he's gonna get it the worst because
yeah.
he moped and cried and I love
It was
you and you're my
unattractive.
favorite person, and like only shit talking about, didn't even tell her about the licking the boobs, didn't
Yeah,
tell her anything about Jasmine from what we saw.
no.
So having a
And
whole nother person that he's been having some sort of relationship with,
yeah.
what do you
And
think?
even then, what I said, what rang true when after listening to Jasmine's details of, or reading the details that she gave of what happened. Remember, I kept saying if he was really trying to find somebody to like actually have a relationship with, he would not have chose Coco. He
Right.
would have went for Cheyenne, and now we find out, or Jasmine. He said Jasmine was his type. He would have wanted to pursue her. He did not want anything serious because he always intended on going back to Tasha.
Right.
And so it was ridiculous. It was absolutely. It was all of that for what? All of that for what?
For movie night. For movie night. It's all for movie night. Like, because movie night's pretty good so far. Like,
Yeah. And somebody said that they're like, I hope we get to see things that we never saw. Like,
well, Jasmine, the whole Jasmine thing would be
so the
what we
whole
get to see.
Jasmine thing, something
Which
we
is maybe
never
why
saw.
they kept it quiet. Because remember, like, where's Jasmine? Why is Jasmine? Like, maybe we're like, yeah, we'll just keep this quiet about Jasmine. Because
Yeah.
Andrew didn't bring it up, so we won't bring it up until
Yeah.
movie night.
Yeah. Until movie
They're
night.
vicious, these producers. Eddie says, true, Tasha's doing too much, and the problem is she gets more airtime. I know, and exactly,
That's
we
what
still
I'm
don't
saying.
like her.
I need them to stop that. I don't like them.
Hi, Persephone. Oh, yes, there's a movie night. If you like, just even watch the beginning of episode 40, like the titles that they bring, like they're just like blockbuster. Like if you have surround sound, put it on because they hyped up this movie night and
They did.
it worked. It's good.
Yeah.
So well, we're gonna get to what they showed so far from movie night very soon. Jessica wants to know, please tell me why Summer thinks that she wouldn't be in the bottom. She just got here.
No.
Who does she think she would have been in the bottom instead of her?
I don't
There
think
had to be 3.
I don't think she was upset about being in the bottom. She was upset because they sent home Coco, who's her best
friend
friend
and
there,
Josh, who's her
and Josh, who was
interest.
her only romantic connection. That was why she was upset. Not
Yeah.
about being in the bottom. I think she understood that.
Yeah.
I think she was pissed off that Demi was the person who said her name, though.
Oh, Son says no. Apparently, Deji's team did a whole lot on TikTok. Think that helped. So you got some support. Okay,
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
told you the Black Cast stick together. Yeah, and definitely like if he has a whole crew of people that are like involved in social media and can get that vote going, that's very helpful.
That makes sense. I think they said Josh is the least followed guy, so that actually makes sense too.
Persephone says, "Oh man, I'm an episode behind. Didn't know movie night's coming up next. We need some carnage to inject some entertainment to the season. This season's been good. This season's entertaining. There's been like 2 dud episodes, maybe 4, if you like so far, maybe. And those duds haven't even been that bad. You know, I think it's been a strong season. Yeah. Deji's facial expressions did it for me. He's doing the most hilarious. Yeah. I didn't notice, but I'll go back and watch." So I think I saw Summer, India, and Dami in bed together in the morning. Yes, you did. Hold on, let's get to that. So we're obviously crying. Luca and Gemma are talking, and Gemma's explaining to Luca why it was unnecessary for him to go and give his 2 cents to somebody that he doesn't like. And Dami comes over and he says that he could have been a little bit more, considerate and delicate with how he was approaching that situation. And I don't like when Luca is like kind of backs up against the wall and he's defending himself. You don't think I'm going to go say I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize. And it's like, why do you need to be so nasty? Like she doesn't like your friend. Fine. She's trying her best. She's not seemingly the smartest person. Right. Like she gets affected by things really easily. Why do you think you coming over there and kind of berating her on something that she already feels bad about and you're telling her she shouldn't feel bad about it? Like, who are you? And then you don't think that you owe any sort of apology. It's like, I don't know why Luca thinks he's like the king of like who needs to be told what's going on. Like I was just
considering also how he acts later on.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional.
Yes.
Even worse.
Oh my god! We can't wait for him to be pissed off, and hopefully Gemma just like gives him the cold shoulder. So Dami is talking to Paige about Adam. She feels like there could be a potential, and she's just like, the cat that caught the canary with, she's just so smug about the fact that Adam likes her. And I'm like, I can't believe you're getting roped in by Adam. Adam is such a player. Like, he's got you good.
She thinks Dami's her best friend. That should tell you.
That's
no
true.
judge.
That's true. So we're in the nighttime and we're under like a night camera and we see Tasha in bed and I love you.
Why did this gross me out? Like, keep going.
I don't know. And then we see Danica and Billy kissing. That's all I wrote down. What grossed you out?
Just him like I love you, Tasha.
I love you,
Oh my God, you said it. I'm like, this is fucking gross. We
Tasha.
don't like you two together. Stop, please.
hmm So in the morning, Andrew tells everybody about like he's told Asha he loves her, blah blah blah. That's also the before that though is when we see Summer in the bed and India says something to effect of like, look, we can all get along, we can all be in the same bed together or something like that. So
Yeah,
yes, you did see them all kind of just chit chatting in bed in the morning. It was just a small clip.
yeah. But the fact that they kept that comment in,
hmm
I think, I think we're gonna see
And
some
the end of the friendship between India, the Indian summer is going to end.
maybe. I don't know. Because if she didn't tell her about the three-way kiss, she might feel a little betrayed. She
Yeah.
might feel a little betrayed.
Three-way kiss, and I feel betrayed about the handshake too.
Oh, and the handshake. Oh shit, yes, the handshake.
The handshake is like because she would
I
have
forgot about
watched
that.
the season, she would have watched and see that she did a handshake with Dami. Because like even everybody that I'm seeing watching their recaps, they're all like the handshake, oh the handshake, oh the
Handshake.
handshake. Like
Thank
everybody
you.
noticed the handshake. So
I
there's
think everything else she might be able to tolerate, but it'll be the handshake and the three-way kiss with Summer. Like you were just fucking around at that point. Like and
it wasn't exploring a connection, it's just like
yeah,
you being a lad.
yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, this is gonna be so bad. But people were like, "Oh, why wasn't Kaz and Tyler and Clarice able to get along like this?" As I said, because Clarice literally thought she was better than Kaz. That's the
Mhm.
difference.
Yep. So Annie says, right, Deji was part of the furniture. We had a thing going. Does Deji speak? I think Deji was voted in over Josh because of India. And some people were still bitter at Dami. They voted for Deji. I think there's probably a little bit of that too. I think, it's good for Deji to be there for movie night. Like anybody that might have been involved with any of the players that are going to have carnage at
Hmm.
movie night, their partners should be there, I think, from the producer
And
perspective.
people I think also might have wanted him to be with Summer because I heard that kind of a little bit on Twitter, like, oh, he should get with Summer, and they were like shocked that she was getting to know Josh, and where was Deji?
Where was Deji? Persephone says clearly she's there for love, ladies, right? Are we talking about Tasha? Probably with the eye roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did see Jay, and she even joked, this is the threesome I never saw coming. They seem all very cool with each other. Oh, right. That's what she said. You're right. Thank you, Mary.
Um,
It's funny that
but
she said threesome, and yeah, we're going to get a three-way
yeah,
kiss.
yeah, about Tasha. So somebody on Twitter said Tasha must owe somebody. Jeez.
What?
Somebody, some Tasha must owe somebody $50,000.
She's just trying to get the money?
The way she keeps crying, she's like, they're like, Tasha must owe somebody $50,000.
CJ skips or mutes Tasha scenes. I just
I don't
can't.
blame you. I only watch them because I got to recap them. But yeah.
So Tasha cares about this stuff. I heard Tasha has a big management. She probably had her whole plan to be in a stable couple and go to the final and win. The problem is she's rubbing viewers and even the Islanders, the wrong way.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Then yeah, that's why she's upset.
Yeah, because like this is supposed to be good for her PR, and if it's not working, that's bad. Like maybe her PR team, maybe she paid them to be able to get her on this show because it's going to be so good. I mean, it's still going to be fine for her. Like she's still going to get her million
I mean,
subscribers.
most of them are all followed more than India.
Mm-hmm.
For people who keep saying they love India.
Mm-hmm. So agreed it was unnecessary for Luca to say anything. Yeah, Luca needs to quiet his mouth. Also, hasn't he already said to Tasha before when she was in the bottom? So he doesn't need to be reiterated. Absolutely, but he likes hearing himself speak, and he likes probably talking down to her because he feels superior to her.
I agree.
Why do Tasha and Andrew stay in the villa at this point? They know the public won't vote for them in the finals. They found love because
No,
Tasha's
they've
there
been
for.
doing these things to try to like that was the boyfriend and girlfriend, and Tasha had to do it because that's gonna help them win. When that didn't work, it's I love you, Tasha. Oh, I love you too. Like, they are going to do this until somebody says when, and it's not going to be them.
Yeah, they might be the fourth place couple or something like that. So San says, but the producers didn't even show up the relationship with Jasmine, which is kind of sus on the producer side. Why didn't they show this or the argument between Jasmine and Coco?
Yeah.
Maybe they're saving it for movie night. Like, when in doubt, they're saving it for movie night. That would be maybe surprised though that Coco would have left but they already kind of got like the Coco lick the tits part, so maybe they're just going to air out the Jasmine part because I feel like they're going to give Andrew problems. Like, I don't think that they're going to avoid him getting his comeuppance. So Tasha tells him about the L bomb. Summer shares that she feels shit because Josh and Coco, her best friend and her potential love interest, both left. Danica says that there is something between her and Billy. So everything that we kind of could see from the night before, what was going on. Andrew and Tasha are on the beanbags. I didn't write anything about that. Did anything happen? They're probably just talking about like, oh, I love
can't
you.
believe you said it. I can't. And he's like, I love you, Tasha. Oh my God, it's just unreal.
Dammy and India don't talk, and he does say that he was terrified of having a relationship, but he really likes what's going on between them. So
that actually makes sense. If he was discouraging, like I said, I don't know if I said it here, but I was saying to somebody in maybe in Spaces, but I might have said it here. If he was discouraging them from like going to the hideaway and saying, I really don't want us to be boyfriend and girlfriend before we get out the villa, that is why she brought Deji back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she knows
those were his red flags.
Right. Very possible. So San says, looking back at the handshake, Dammy and India's was more intimate. Summer and Dammy was more like what you do with your mates. Fine, but it's still Summer saw that they did a handshake, and she came into the villa for Casa more time, and she did a handshake with Dammy. Whether it was more intimate or not, it was a moment. It was something that they were sharing that he already had shared with India. So yeah, it might be a more intimate between Dammy and India, but if that were me, I'd be like, oh, okay, that wasn't special. Okay,
yeah,
fine.
So don't do that again with me, because obviously that's what you do to every girl. It's not special anymore.
Exactly. I thought too when I see Dammy and Summer handshake, but I could be wrong. Maybe that's what I want to think. I would be. It's like, oh, I didn't kiss her fully, and you still kissed her. You know what I mean? Like
that's how I felt, but again, then the guys were looking at it like, oh, he's gone. Look at that, he's gone. He'd never done anything like that to India, and we all know he did. So were they just keeping those moments like private to them, which does kind of make it more intimate, but also makes it more effed up that he was just go ahead and doing it with Summer 2 days later.
And if Summer were to see that, would he do that in front of India's face? He wouldn't have. He would not have done because it was a moment between them. Maybe theirs was more intimate because they know each other a little bit better, but he was willing to try to create a moment with somebody else that wasn't her, using something that's their special thing. It's kind of like even when Gemma's like, oh, you're just sucking other people's toes. Like, it's their thing. If it's their thing and you do it with somebody else, it's less special.
That's why I said that. Remember, I said I hope Billy sucks her
in a challenge.
Oh wait. Yeah, it was in the challenge, and Jack sucked somebody else's toes, and I said he should have sucked Gemma's toes.
So Jessica said, I saw they had a clip named after Danica. I think they may show Danica telling India and Tasha to get to know the Casa boys. If that's the case, the boys better not say a negative word to Danica.
Yeah.
What could? Yeah, maybe that's what you could say. They could show about her.
Her encouraging, especially Tasha, to move forward.
So Tasha says, sorry that your name's Tasha, that we're bashing Tasha so much. We love you, Tasha Ling. Facts, Tasha and India are almost have the same amount of followers. Well, that's good that at least India's moving up, because Tasha had quite a few at one point. Dami and Summer kiss as part of their handshake, so that's intimate enough. Exactly. I'd be pissed. I would be
Yeah.
pissed. I'd be pissed more about the handshake than I would be about any of the other shit that he was doing. Do you think that Summer and or Dami told India everything? No.
No. But we
No.
wouldn't know because
They didn't
they
show us
said they
everything.
had a conversation and we never saw it. We never saw
Exactly.
the conversation between Summer and India, which I think is wrong.
Yeah. So Luca and Tasha have a chat. I didn't write down what they talked about. Obviously, it had to do with how he spoke to her. I don't know if anything was resolved there, but I didn't write it down.
It basically was what I said earlier. Oh, well, if you were my mate or my enemy, I'm going to tell you straight.
Shut up. I don't want to know straight necessarily. If like
And that's what
like
she said.
like if somebody that I don't really like that well comes and decides to give me their 2 cents, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I did not ask you for any
Yeah.
of your opinion. You can keep
Yeah.
that to yourself.
And
Thank
she's
you.
like, I already knew your opinion. I didn't need it.
It's true. What is his point of telling her this? Is just so he could feel superior? Like
I feel like he's like on the boy side and he just felt like he was helping Andrew because Andrew was fine. Well, he's fine. So why isn't she fine? Because she's not into him. And listen, everybody knows it. They all walked around said it. There's no reason for you to say it. We don't obviously us as audience. Like it kind of felt like he was like, oh well, why are they still in the game? Because like, look at me and Gemma, we're still together. And no, like you don't need to get them out. We as audience members understand. That's why we keep voting them last. You don't have to say it.
exactly. She gets it, and like she's upset because what she's doing isn't working.
Right.
Like just let her feel this out. Like
Take her
maybe
to Final Four, and she will not win. That's your whole point, right? That you're all about winning. Although I think his other point is to meet Gemma's dad, and he's gonna be a little heartbroken because he will not be entering the villa for Parents' Day. Just came out.
Tasha says, I know everyone like Luca, but I agree with you what you both said. Who likes Luca? Nobody here likes Luca, but on the like in the UK in the Facebook chats, like
Oh yeah, I think they just like him because he stayed true. But I do know a lot of people who are just like not fans of him because
not a
he's
fan.
controlling.
He's very controlling. I
I
don't.
know if he was not with Gemma, only because if he was with like a Tasha, he wouldn't be because
Do you
I
know
think
what?
Gemma's personality is what's anchoring them right now.
Do you know what? I just realized that the reason why he feels the need to call out Tasha
Mm-hmm.
is because he knows he's being false. Because, right, what bothers you in another person is something that usually is going on within you, good or bad. So if you see somebody like, oh, they're so like, amazing, friendly, fun, you're like, it's because you have that within you, right? So you can recognize in somebody else what resides in yourself. So him calling out Tasha is him calling out himself for being false.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Sorry. Got it. We got it. He knows he's false, and that's why he felt that he needs to say it because, like, he's mad that, like, not that she's being called out. Like, I think that she's like wrestling it within in himself as well, and he's calling that out on her because he's pointing a finger back out at him. Right? We know points at somebody else, 3 fingers pointing back at you, all that stuff. So I think he outed himself as being a game player because Tasha's not better at it than he is. But he recognizes that she is playing the same game that he's playing.
Yep.
Yep. We got it. Yes.
Nailed
it.
Absolutely.
Nailed it. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Okay, so Davide and Ekin-su have a conversation. She says that she doesn't really count what happened at the beginning of the season between them, like it's everything that's been happening right now. And then he said something that I didn't understand. And she's laughing about it. But do you remember what he meant? Like I didn't know what he meant. Ekin-su was like, "What did he mean? What did you mean?" And he wouldn't say anything. He said some sort of saying.
I don't know.
Projection.
I don't know. Like, it's so funny because they started the episode before the recoupling. They were just hugged up for no reason, and then they've been hugging up in bed, and it just started like, I don't know. They just is just like roller coastery, and I'm not a fan of it. I just don't think he's into her. I know everybody like, oh, mom and
I don't
dad.
care right now. I'm
I,
over it. I want them to. I don't know what I want from them, but like,
I just don't think he's really into her, It's either that or he really can't forgive her. And the thing is, it's like we see it and it's not helpful for y'all
yeah,
right now.
agreed. It's like, well, to make a decision, Davide. Like, do you want to try to win the show? Do you want to find somebody else? Do you want to break up and go home separately? Like, I need him to make a decision as to what his intention is for the rest of the season and go with that, because right now he's kind of being flaky in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand, like, if we're saying he's a cat, and as a Taurus, I can understand not being able to fake your feelings, so I get it. But either do it or like leave. Like, it's not gonna work.
I don't like the things that Davide says to her when he is up. I don't think in general I like the way that he talks to her. Like,
I don't.
he's rude. It could be because of the language barrier, and some things come across a little bit more curt when translating into English. I remember when I was living in Montreal, and people would be like, "What?" And I was like, "That's rude." But you'd like be like, "Que?" or "Quoi?" In French, like "Quoi?" And it wouldn't be as aggressive sounding as "What?" You know what I mean? So it could be a little bit of a language barrier, but in general, I don't really enjoy how Davide speaks to Ekin-su. Oh, upset when he is upset. Christ. Sorry, I understand, Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I think that he's very rude. So Gemma and Luke are Luca's in the pool with Gemma, and he's like tempted to like suck her toes. And I thought this was interesting. She's like, "Oh, I want you to get more tattoos." So she's not happy with him, right? She doesn't think maybe he's cool enough, that he's like a bad boy enough, like that she likes his look. So, like, you don't want to be like, what? I think you should get more tattoos. What? No,
Weird. Just
no.
I don't think she likes him. I
And
just I've
then
never seen it.
he's talking to her about, like, I don't know, about how like she's perfect or something. Oh no, he wants to take her off all of her clothes, and then shows him that he has a heart on. I was like, I don't know. I don't want to see any of their
And
foreplay.
it's so funny because when Dammy did it to India, it was sexy.
Yeah, I don't want their foreplay. I don't know.
But no, no. Even when he didn't even say anything, and like I said, when they did the hooju, and Dammy had to like adjust himself, I was like,
I agree, CJ. Davide think is very disrespectful. Period. Like most of the boys this season, it's like they encourage each other. Yes, yeah, very. Because those tattoo look too place, and that's hard. That hard on scene was gross. Yeah, I wasn't interested in it, and Gemma was like, "Oh, I don't think she wants to see that live."
Oh, isn't that what Indian Demi said? So Ekin-su said, India, any did the beauty shop open?
Yeah.
And she said she was window
Okay. Okay, beauty salon. Okay. So Paige and Adam are chatting, and he talks about people automatically thinking he's a fuckboy. This is him telling you who he is, Paige. People don't automatically think you're a fuckboy for no reason.
Yeah, and then it was like he was convincing us, the audience, and her, like, oh, I want something real this time. I'm gonna show you that I want something
I want something
real.
outside
And
of
I was
this.
like, I don't believe a word you said, but
No.
crack on.
I think even I was watching on Metro in the UK. There's this woman that goes on and does behavioral analysis of all the Islanders, and so she was looking at the interaction with Paige and like what Paige has been going through, and she's like, Adam sussed her out, and he is going to tear her apart. she needs to not say yes to this relationship. Like, she's just like if she knows who Adam is at all, like, don't like trust what you know about him, not what he's saying to you. But she's worried. She's worried for Paige because Paige doesn't have a good handle on choosing people that respect her.
I'm not worried for Paige. Didn't she say she likes a bad boy?
That's
It's
true.
obvious.
That's
it's
true.
obvious. If she has not learned that having a true bad boy is not the vibe.
Yep, Adam came with a plan. And then we hear, I've got a text. It's time to glam up for Mad Movies. So they had to answer questions, kind of sex questions, general knowledge, whichever, either the guys or the girls that win, they get to choose a movie that they would like to see played from the opposite sex. So the first one was The Longest Penis. Apparently it was 18 inches. The boys win that one. And so they want to see, I know what Ekin-su did last summer. I can't even. Like, the titles of these were so funny.
The titles were bad. The title, I was like, oh my God, what did they even mean? And then I was so mad because the girls were losing. I was like, hello, girls, you need to start winning.
They'll start winning. You know that they're going to start winning. So they show everything that Ekin-su did. And I was surprised. I thought that they might not have showed everything, but they showed her in the bed. They showed her after, telling him that nothing happened. Okay, don't set, like, we're just friends. Like, they showed that. And then they also showed Billy telling the guys, like, what happened. I thought that it actually didn't look that bad, personally.
I don't know. So apparently they're on the outside. George on the outside is telling stories, and somebody said he's changed the story a few times. It seems to me like he's telling the same story, but I don't know. So they think he's a liar. I said something happened. We saw it.
Yeah. Sort of like touching, and then maybe she was half asleep, and then was like, oh, maybe not. Maybe she was protecting him from something. Maybe he was being a little bit of an aggressor, and like she was in a weird situation, and she said stop or no. Like, that could have been also something.
They were holding hands through the night. Then they like kind of were like half asleep, and then something happened. That's what he was saying. I don't know what the something happened.
Like, maybe she rolled to put her arm over him and like brushed a hard on or something. You know what I mean? Like, I could see, because she kind of sat up in a way that seemed like she didn't want to be a part of whatever could have been starting or whatnot. Yeah. So maybe he was making moves, and she, like, okay, honestly, like, I'm not saying this is what he did, but I remember when I was younger, what guys would used to do, not saying that this is him, but we'd call it sleep fucking. Like, oh, is he a sleep fucker? Like, we would say this about people that were in our kind of group, not necessarily close friends, but in like that big group that you kind of hang out when you're in your early 20s. And we would know the sleep fuckers, like the guys that like would fall asleep next to you, and like all of a sudden, like, you were sleep fucked. You know what I mean? And so I'm not saying that's what he did, but maybe in that moment he was taking the opportunity to kind of get a little bit closer to her, and she kind of shut it down.
Yeah, like
without calling him any names or anything like that.
Yeah, like, like my ex-boyfriend, like, like he was like dead asleep, but he would just like grab me like in the middle of the night, and like you just know that they're asleep, and they're not really controlling what they're doing. So yeah, I could see that.
So Annie says Ekin-su and Davide know that the end is near. They know they have to do couple stuff. I don't think they feel each other romantically. They remind me of Moira and Calvin, Love Island USA season 2. Oh my god, they're better than them.
They're little. There's a little more chemistry than that.
And like, I'm entertained by both of them more than those two. Judy,
I liked Calvin off the show, not on the show, but agreed. I also think that was a little bit of issue because he was with Moira most of the time.
Yeah, boring. Judy, the relationship expert, she does make some good points. I watch her review every week. Yes, so do I. I do like her, and I love that she's like knows all the characters, and she's like this older woman. And I heard that she used to do some modeling when she was younger, so I kind of like her perspective, and like She knows what's happening in the villa. The people who say George is changing the story are Ekin-su stands. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't think Davide was moved by what she said, but that she lied and said nothing happened. But Davide seemed to like he actually wanted any little thing to come out so he can justify his rudeness to Ekin-su. Yeah, like all he's like, oh, you're a liar, la la la, and then I think Dami said something, oh, you were innocent over there or whatever.
Dami should have kept his mouth shut. So there's that.
Yeah, because Dami, karma's coming for you
Like,
still.
they
Karma
haven't
has
got to
not
you yet.
said hello yet.
Yeah. So unless it was cut out of order, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Dami, shut up.
Dami does need to be quiet. All right, so I thought they showed everything. I don't. When what's it called? Billy was saying to the guys that she said, "Oh, can you keep it a secret?" That wasn't what Ekin-su actually said, and I thought that he was kind of misconstruing her words a little bit to make her look worse. Because she did say like nothing happened, blah blah blah, but she didn't say, "Can you keep it a secret?" Making it seem like something happened. She didn't say it, and so I thought that it was Billy. I was like, Billy, I don't think you should be saying anything because they pretty much from what we saw showed what happened and what she said. So I was kind of annoyed a little bit with Billy. All right, the next question is what percentage of people from the UK have broken the bed during sex? The boys win with 58%. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher than that. So we want to see She's Not That Into You. And it's all about Gemma and like.
So somebody had a theory that Luca picked that video, think it was going to be Tosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it ended up being Jem.
Absolutely. I thought it was going to be Tasha. I was like, what's Gemma?
But
I didn't think that. I thought Gemma was going to be unscathed.
Yeah, I thought there was one that said Tosh something, but I think he pulled it up with everything going on. I think he pulled up thinking it was going to be Tosh, and it was him.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so wait, what if the boys answer all the questions? Will the producer cancel questions? The rule? I don't know. I think that they will ensure that it will be something. I think they wanted this order, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that these two are not the strongest. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, for all we know, the answers that they're giving are not even the right answer, and they'll just be like, "Oh, we made a mistake." They don't care.
No, I mean, they might just be like, girls win and not show what the actual number is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Demi like needs to close that up because karma is coming. Oh, Demi is right. Okay, so yes, there is 500 Days of Summer. But he is the main character in that. Yeah. I thought it was Tasha too, Annie. Yes. Yeah, I did too. So let me see. I think I took a screen grab of, let me see if I can find it. I forgot to pull it up, of what all the titles are before we close out for today. I know it's somewhere. Would it be? Where would a screen grab hide? Somewhere, but I don't know where it went. Do you know, like when you like screenshot somebody of something and then you don't know where the actual file went, but it's not showing up where like I want it to?
Let me see what I was gonna say. So so there was a couple of memes that came out that was funny, but also I told you guys Michael Owen will not be on the show, so we're all like, "Oh, poor Luca, he's gonna be heartbroken." Let me see. They put up a picture of Deji. I don't know if you can see it.
And hold on. Like, sorry, I'm not on that screen. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the list. It's coming.
Okay. And they're like, this man is just here for free food and front row seats for the drama.
Okay, hold on. Oh shit. Show me again.
Oh, sorry. That was one of his facial expressions.
It's good. There
were some gems that came out of today. That and Deji survived over Josh. Colorism is over.
Annie, no, thank you. It was on my computer though, and this computer, it's not set to go like I didn't save the photo, so I just didn't know where it went, but I found it. So the titles, if my okay, is first was I Know What Ekin-su Did Last Summer. She's Just Let That Into You, which is we know as Gemma. Tash Me If You Can.
Right.
West Side Eye Story. Top Hun. Danaconda. And 500 Ways of Summer.
So one for each of them.
Yeah. So, okay, so Tash Me If You Can, I mean, they'll just show her talking to Billy, her saying that she changing her mind 900 times.
Or all her times when she was talking to different bombshells and what she was saying to them. So Charlie, Jay, that's probably going to be a compilation.
Who's going to be West Side Eye Story?
West Side Eye Story. Oh, wasn't it somebody they were saying that's always side-eyeing? So might be Paige.
Oh yeah, Paige needs something. Oh, maybe they're gonna show Paige like not being a girl's girl. Like she's being kind of messy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Top Hun. What's that?
I don't know. It's got to be for India though, because the rest is basically Danica and Summer, right? Like
right.
they specifically said that. So either one is for Paige and the other is for India, vice versa. Those two middle ones.
I'm interested. I hope we get to see all of them. Yeah, and if we don't, they'll hopefully will be on. I guess it won't. It'll be on like next week's bit on
Unseen Bits.
Unseen Bits. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, last question here is for everyone. How can you ask someone to be your boyfriend after finding out he sucked breasts a few days earlier? I'm confused.
No.
We're all confused. We will find out hopefully soon. Well, it's going to be broken up again pretty shortly.
And what was the boys list?
Oh, I didn't write down the boys list.
Okay.
I didn't take a screenshot. I was like, oh, I should take a shot of this, and then I couldn't rewind. Oh no, I could have rewinded, but I was like, I don't have enough time. So I don't know the boys list, but we will see them all on Sunday. Wow, this was fun catching up. Movie night is delivering. I think that these were the two tamest of them all. I don't think that they're going to get the carnage, even though Luca's like, oh, we're definitely going to have a conversation about this one. Like,
he's just going to lose himself $50,000.
Yeah,
keep talking your way out of the $50,000. Keep like that's it's your mouth right now.
Mm-hmm.
Although people are making excuses, he was mad at Billy. He wasn't mad at Jeff. He said basically, "Oh, if you want to keep flirting, I can flirt, or let another bombshell come in here." Like he was mad at Gemma. Come the hell on! Like stop making excuses. He's controlling. But go ahead and talk yourself out of $50,000. Shut your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Unless this is part of the plan of like overcoming something as a couple, right? So we'll see. Well, Tamika, what do you have going on that you want to share with our friends here?
I have no clue. It is July. There's so much things going on, coming on. If you haven't watched the Upshaws, make sure you watch that on Netflix. My friend actually is a writer on it. So there's that. Black Love Doc returns on the 23rd. F-Boy Island just returned. Okay. Rap Shit starts next week from Issa Rae. There's so many things going on. If you are like Hallmark movies, Corbin Bleu has a movie coming out, I think either tonight or tomorrow night, for Summer in July, my favorite time of year. And other than Christmas. Christmas in July, which is like my second favorite time of year for Hallmark movies. So lots going on. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. I just looked at my schedule starting next week, and I'm like, how are we doing this?
I know, and I'm gonna have to do like there's gonna be 1 week where I won't be able to go live for 3 days because I'm gonna be working. It's like secretive, but I will be doing BG on 3 days for Star Trek, and so like I got like a whole like outfit and everything, so it's kind of fun. I know it's just BG, but like it'll be 3 days, and like it's ends up being really good money when you're union. So I'm just like I can't say no, like I can't say no to these things. So once the beginning of August, I have 3 days back to back to back, so I don't know what my schedule's going to be like. So that's going to be a time where we're going to have to really juggle things around, maybe record late night and then upload it on at a better time. That might be something that we do. Not sure.
Yeah.
So things are going to get a little bit hectic. We will be going live. I believe we decided right after the episode of the US Love Island.
Yes.
So it's dropping at 8 p.m. No, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Yes,
So
and it's going to be on Bravo, USA, and on Peacock live the first night, which is Tuesday. And then going forward, I think it's just going to be on Peacock.
Frack. So I do, well, I'll have to talk about this offline because Tuesdays I do The Amazing Race at 10. I thought The Amazing Race was going to be at 8. So we would just go live at 9. So that would be one day that it might be 11 if we can do it, or double up on Wednesdays. It might be one of those situations. We'll figure it out.
Wednesdays will be triple up, but yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
Yes. Thanks for Stephanie. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, everybody else in the chat for being here. You guys are the best. Make sure you subscribe to both of our channels. Follow us on all social media platforms. I have all links also in the description box below. And let us know who is going to experience the most carnage on Sunday's episode of Movie Night. I actually can't wait. I the Blockbuster opening was like it was good. So I'm actually very excited for Sunday's episode. Can't wait to talk to you guys all about it then. See ya soon. And I'm going to be going live right now with the boys talking about CBS The Challenge. Bye, everybody.